Let's talk to a dating expert. What's going on, Maya?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, Maya.
Wow.
Maya, rules,
Beautiful
dating
voice.
coach and relationship expert. Rules. Now, I'm not a man, and I'm not saying to be a wise.
You're not a man?
I'm not a man that follows
Not for
rules.
much longer.
Give me, let's say rules. What? I'm just really curious. I'm a real curious person. I want to know about rules for single people, divorced, widowed. Tell me what some rules are for single people. I'm intrigued by this.
Okay, well, let's go with the you're a man philosophy here.
All right.
Man must pursue women.
I agree with that.
The men and women, the romantic brain is different.
Oh, yes.
So women perceive things differently than men do.
I get all that. I need the rules.
And the rule is that the guy has to pick up the phone and call the girl, or the guy has to ask the girl out.
What's wrong with that? That's great. I agree with that.
That's good. That's very traditional. So, but if a woman is the pursuer, does that just throw the whole thing into turmoil?
Yeah, if a woman,
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Okay.
So if a woman said, "I'd love to have a drink with you or coffee," bad? No, seriously. Really?
Yes, because if she's romantically interested in you, from her perspective, you'll be flattered, but she pursued you. You won't be interested after a while. You'll be bored.
Interesting.
You'll be bored.
So why don't they get bored with us?
I forget. I don't want to keep going. I don't want to.
We do. We do get bored. We do get bored with the guys that come on way too strong. We're like, okay, I know you like me. Thanks. Next.
Yeah. So what's the next rule? All right. So the one rule is men should pursue women. All right, we got the rule. I don't want to keep dissecting
yeah, but a lot of guys don't get it. A lot of guys don't get it.
Well, a lot of guys are dummies, okay?
So,
I get it.
So they have to dig deep and they have to be brave. So you have to pursue. It's not just going to happen. She's not going to come to you.
I agree with it. Now,
that's right. Get over your fear of rejection.
All right, that's okay. All right, that's
never give up. Keep trying.
Yeah.
Rules for men are... For women, don't...
Both. Just throw them out.
Equal.
This is for guys, this is for girls.
Okay, good. Rules for women.
Yeah.
End the date first. End everything first, because you have to keep him wanting more. If you're too available for a guy in the very beginning, and you're seeing each other, let's say 4 times a week, and you just started to date, and all of a sudden you're sleeping together, he's going to get bored with you. You guys are going to annoy each other so much more quickly than if you let a relationship develop and you miss each other a little bit during the week.
So what would you say would be the... what do you mean? So you shouldn't have sex early on is what you're saying?
Yeah, definitely not first date, second date.
So give me...
We're working on making love, not having sex, Geoff.
No. I like this. I mean, so give me an idea. Is it a month? Is it 2 months? I want these rules down. I want these people to understand. Are you going on
we
a
like
couple...
6 consistent Saturday night dates, or like whenever,
okay.
Or if a girl tells me, but I really want to sleep with him, whatever, I said, as long as you can handle if he never calls you again tomorrow, by all means, do whatever you need to do. I can't stop you, but I don't think I don't think you're prepared to if he never calls you again. But I just give advice.
All right.
So that's the advice.
All right. So we got that. What else? More man or woman, whatever comes to mind. What other rules do we need?
End it first. Look
women.
amazing. I think women should look
amazing.
Yes, women need to dress for men, not for other women.
Finally, there we go.
Wear a short skirt. Put on high heels. Do your hair. Make an effort. Throw on a little bit of makeup. Get a fitted, sexy outfit. It doesn't have to be like super slutty, but you're a woman. Show up as a woman.
There you go.
I want to ask you about that.
Stop wearing maternity clothes.
Oh yeah. Well, the super slutty. It seems like we've almost tipped the balance too far now. I see a lot of young women out there, and they're almost just they're showing too much.
Way too much. I live in Miami, and honestly, I don't even know why people bother putting on clothes because everyone goes out naked here. You need to come down here and get out of Chicago and just see the scene. It's a whole scene.
Where I wouldn't fit in. I can't take all that phony
You could go
crap.
to Boca Raton.
Believe me, you'd be right at home in Florida.
In Boca,
maybe not on Miami.
I can't take it. I can't take it. I love them. They're my people, but I can't take it. I'm sorry.
What can't you take? The sunshine?
The Jews. I can't take the Jews. My
fellow says she knows.
My fellow Jewish guy. Love them. Fight with them. Have coffee with them. Have a pastrami with them.
You team at the Rascal House.
I can't. Rascal House is closed. I
it
can't,
is?
Yeah, I can't deal. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from here.
Come on.
Yes, my family's from Israel.
See? I see.
What do you see?
Maya, a beauty. I could tell.
You're right. I've seen her picture. You're right.
Am I right? I don't know what she looks like.
You can see her at rewardingrelationships.net.
She's got dark hair.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
She's got black eyes. She's sharp.
I have blonde hair.
Sure you do.
Brown eyes.
Yeah, I've got that husky voice.
My mother's from Poland.
Oh, my father's from Switzerland. Look, tell me, hey, how about old people like me?
How old are you?
I'm going to be 60 this year.
Are you single?
No.
Okay, so then what do you want to know?
No, not for me. You give me no. Like for
guys getting back out there.
Yeah,
if he were single,
we have people out there. We don't know. I'm talking divorce.
Okay, guys that are getting back out there. If you're divorced, every guy goes on the divorce diet. It just happens. Same with like they're not eating their emotions. Thank God. A lot of men are like, finally, I'm free. I'm divorced.
Yeah.
They don't want to deal with the emotional component of the divorce, so everyone starts looking great, and it's very exciting that now there's all these apps and websites, and you can just meet people at the snap of a finger. You can have a girlfriend, and it gets so exciting. The problem is you're not dealing with, I just got divorced. You haven't been in a new relationship in so long. You think, your information is old.
Right.
So, meaning be a gentleman always and all those good traditional values. But in terms of the expectations today, it's so different. Modern dating is very different. So if you're a guy that's older and just getting divorced, no one wants to be alone. If you want to be with a really young girl, then you want to be with a really young girl. If you want to be with someone your age, you want to be with someone your age. Just be good to whomever you're with.
That's the rule. That's the rule.
There is no. I would just say, just don't be a jackass.
How about women? You keep picking us on guys. What are the women?
Well, you asked me about men. For women,
I know.
Same thing. If divorced women or married women. Married women, you better love up your husband and be so good to him. He worked so hard to get you. You better treat your man right.
There you go.
And you better look hot and never deny him sex, ever. Do not ever use sex as a tool in your marriage.
Thank you.
Are you married?
Ever.
Hey, man.
No, I'm not. I'm divorced.
Oh.
Hey, do you recommend downtime before you get back out there, or does it just depend on the person?
It depends on what happened in your divorce. Like, were you separated? What did it blindside you? I get out there. The best way to start moving on is to literally start moving on. You can't start put one foot in front of the other. Sign up for an online profile. Put one foot in is 1 foot out. So you don't have to start dating 100 people, but meet people, start to get comfortable, call up a relationship coach, call me, ask for advice. You're definitely going to need a new wardrobe because all of your stuff is going to be outdated. But don't go like all crazy and thinking, if you're 61, not you, I'm not picking on you.
No, I'll be 60.
You're not 21.
Watch it. Watch it.
Can I ask you a question, Maya?
Yeah.
Geoff, I've been out there. I'm divorced a couple times. Whoa. And is there anything wrong with the $300 jeans on a 52-year-old man?
No, as long as they make you look awesome, and if they make you happy and you can afford them, wear them. Who cares?
You do have a nice tush there, Lavinia.
Thank you. I get a lot of shtick.
I
get a lot of shtick for my $300 jeans.
She asked what kind of brand. What brand are you wearing?
Oh, I don't care. What about widow people, Maya? What about widow people?
I wear
men and women. Give me some. What should they do?
What do they do? They actually, the difference between a divorcee, that person is still in their life, no matter what, especially if there's children involved. So there's still some emotional attachment.
Yes.
Right.
A widow or widower, by the time they're coming to meet me, they're ready. They're fully ready to move on, and they really do move on because there is no other choice. There's no relationship to go back to. You're living in a fantasy relationship.
So what do they do?
I full on make sure that they look amazing from head to toe. From the underwear, we go shopping together.
Underwear too.
Like it's an inner makeover, it's an outer makeover. Events.
Yeah.
Singles travel. You have to do speed dating. I put people online. You need to try everything.
Get out of here.
Because you're not, and you can't have the attitude of I'm not. That's not for me. I'm better than that.
I have that.
Why
attitude.
are you better than that?
I'm sorry.
He's so long out of the scene.
No chance.
Yeah.
You
know what, Geoff? Though,
you want to go to a singles wine tasting event?
That sounds like fun.
Not a chance.
Why?
How about?
Are you kidding me?
Get me a cigar tasting.
I'm
there.
Go.
Beautiful women and wine. Victory. I'm in.
Women smoke cigars.
Okay, so go to a singles cigar tasting at a cigar bar.
There you go. I'm there.
You know what? Meaning, whatever your hobby is, go. But you have to also be open-minded.
I am very
go where
open-minded.
women are. The same way I tell women, go where the men are. Stop just hanging out with your girlfriends. Stop going out with your married couple friends. Go where single people are and go alone.
You know what, Maya Ezratti at rewardingrelationships.com, I think you're here to educate Geoff on something. In that
Why, Geoff?
if you're, well, and anybody else, if you're into something, we have reached the age in 2015 where women are just as into things as men. There's not like, I just read in the paper today that there are more women than men going to the auto show, for crying out loud.
Really?
So if you want to find cigar smoke, see, she just said it's so hot.
She's hot.
Ooh.
Maya.
You can meet your match anywhere.
Maya.
That voice is disarming.
It's killer. She really, it's not. It's ridiculous. So look, this 59, because you've been very, straightforward and honest. It's 50, and I think it's great, by the way. I mean, it's 50 Shades of Grey thing. I didn't read the book. I'm not being, it's not, it's not a, it's not, I'm not the demographic. They're shooting for the ladies, and that's great. But my God, the fanfare, the excitement, are women as bad as guys? But I know that we're all different, but they just, what's the deal? I mean, they went nuts. It was just
This allowed women to openly fantasize instead of, just, I guess this gave women the power and the freedom, for whatever reason, to feel like they could talk about it in public, that they are sexual. And so many women felt that it was taboo to discuss their sexuality. Mm-hmm. This was like a freedom. I mean, every single woman, anywhere I went, from the receptionist to the CEO to, any single woman has been obsessed with 50 Shades. And it's because he's young and he's wealthier than God in the movie, in the book.
Right.
I mean, if this was some poor bum that was great at sex, I mean, honestly, please. He goes to buy rope, and like she says that he's a serial killer. I'm actually going to see the movie later tonight, so I'll let you know if it was good or not.
Cool.
But, the first book just really entices you and gets you wrapped up, and you're excited, and you're like, is he going to slap her ass? Is he going to tie her up? Does she recognize this? Because he comes to her rescue. So it's the fantasy of my white knight who also wants to tie me up, who also has a deep secret dark room, and he happens to be a billionaire? No way. It's like,
that's hot.
So it's like they're willing to take the abuse because he's so wealthy almost, so it's like, it's okay, beat me a little more, you rich guy. So it's like,
all about the money.
It's all about the money, I swear to God. Because, he's in the, I can't remember, I read the book so long ago. There were 3 books, so that also is the continuation of the series that made people long for more. This allowed, it was so basic and so simple, but the erotica, I guess there hasn't been a lot of erotica that people felt they could access. It's out there, but this was the first time that it was so, in women's minds, accessible.
Very well put.
Hey, I want to ask you something.
Very well explained. You said it. You said it perfectly.
Have you read other books? For lack of romance novels, things like that. I know none of them were as phenomenal as this one.
I read amazing books before. I love reading this kind of stuff.
Okay,
it's so hot. It turns you on.
Is the hero always rich?
No.
Okay, just curious.
But he's powerful. He's strong.
Yes,
he's a man.
Man.
And all right, and he's
good looking. They're always good looking.
That's okay. Now let me ask you this, okay? I hear this a lot, and it's
slightly wounded.
That's good. Always have to have a little wound because you have to care for him, of course.
Emotionally.
Yes, that's what I meant. Right. God forbid you go buy him his tux. That's not allowed. No. Now I was seriously. This happened about 7 or 8 years ago. I was in a restaurant and I was at a bar waiting. Not a bar, restaurant bar, and a nice looking gal. She had a drink. One thing leads to another. Start chatting, and she's telling me that she's an attorney. And she's around 35 years old, and she dressed to kill. She's very, very good looking, and she's very nice and just bright, obviously. And she said something to me like, in so many words, I can't find a guy. I don't know how we even got into the conversation because I intimidate most men. They have a problem with me saying be able to pay. Me have a problem.
She's so stupid.
You see?
I don't care how good looking and she's dressed to kill. What woman pays? She's taking on such masculine energy.
All right, see, there you go. So
she became the man.
All right,
what man wants to take out a woman and take away?
Man.
Yeah, a man wants to treat a woman like a lady, and a woman wants to be treated like a lady. She's being the man and the woman, so she can take herself out to dinner.
What about? Let me ask you this: what about this emasculation of? You see it's out there. Guys are getting emasculated beyond belief. Why is that?
Because women now, it's a double-edged sword. We, still haven't elected a female president. We just got our rights to vote.
But do you want a man or do you want a mouse?
No,
Maya?
but listen. Women can become a CEO, have the babies, but still have to be feminine.
All right.
And it's a very hard thing because now you have all these opportunities. So you're competing with a man in the workplace. You're competing with him for your job, your salary. You're competing with them in sports. A guy does not want to come home to a woman competing with him. And it's a very hard position that a woman's in because she had let's say you have two professional people, she had just as hard of a day.
It's not what I mean.
She worked just as hard. No.
What I mean.
No, meaning whatever it is, it's a double-edged sword. Women's rights are growing, and women have more opportunities, so they have to put on a little bit more of they have to act much more masculine.
Okay.
And they're forgetting, it's like, you have to be the masculine in the competitive world, and then you have to come home and be feminine.
Ways. Too bad. You want it both ways.
But so do men. They want it both ways, so it's too bad. So men are becoming a little bit more emo, a little bit more into the emotionalness.
I don't like it. Sucks.
It is. There's definitely a paradigm shift.
I'm sorry. Makes
a major time shift,
me sick.
I think, in society.
I'm sorry. Go take out the men are like, yeah. And in the commercials, too, from Madison Avenue, they throw Dad a bad cheeseburger from McDonald's. Go in the corner and shut up and eat it. Come on. They tell you they do.
But men are also becoming
hang on.
They need to become skinnier than women. They're anorexic. It's such a turnoff to me.
It's sickening. And there's people like Ray Romano, a 6'4" guy with a wife 5'2" up to his knees, and she's got, Deborah, I can't go golf. I want to slap her on her head. I mean, not literally. Come on. I mean, that's what I mean. And guys go along with it. Okay. I said, hey, you want to go to a hockey game? I gotta ask my wife. Wait, come on, Maya. I'm serious.
But it goes the same for women. I'm sorry, I have to check with my husband.
Baloney. Well, that might be.
It's not. I'm single.
Ridiculous.
I can tell you how many times.
It's ridiculous.
It happens that and I get it because they have a relationship. So
I asked for
all the guy has to do instead of saying, "Let me check with my wife," is. What time is the game? 7:15. All right, I'll call you back in 30.
Right. Well, I asked for forgiveness, not permission. Sorry. So, whatever. This is very interesting.
What did you do wrong?
Nothing, as I never do.
I think he's hiding something.
Nothing.
No, I get what you're saying. You're saying. I agree with you.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily ask for
I'm not blaming. I'm not trying to blame.
Communication.
And guess what, Maya? I'm not blaming the women. I'm blaming the men.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming them. I'm not even saying the women. I'm not a blamer. You have your accountability. You want to put yourself in a position to be a putz of a guy and be a schmo? Be a putz and a schmo. I mean, really, I don't blame the women. But
But it's who they married.
Well, then they're stupid. I agree. They're stupid. They need a flashlight to check their tuchus because they might see a sack in there. Okay, so that's the deal.
They married.
Yeah.
They're choosing that life consciously.
Choose a man.
I don't care what anyone says. It's like at a certain time, after a certain age, no excuses. You're consciously making these decisions.
Yes. Yeah, get the flashlight out. I got to let you go. You're the best. I'm going to keep your. I swear to God, I'm keeping your file. In the good guest file, we got about 8 of those and about 48. And here you go, Frenchie. I'm serious. I get back to him right now. And we'll book you in a couple more weeks, okay?
I'd love to be back.
All right, real fast. What's the name of her website again, Frenchie?
Rewardingrelationships.com.
All right, thanks, darling. See ya.
Bye, Maya.
Okay, bye, guys. Stay warm.
I want to hear about the movie in a couple weeks. Okay.